The easiest way to check a single newsletter's analytics is to just click on the Publications tab here at the top, and then hover on the newsletter you want to see analytics for, and click on the graph icon at the top. Then the page always takes a few seconds to load just because we are checking on the latest numbers. And now you can see the engagement of your publications with different metrics. So the opens are the number of times the newsletter was opened or viewed. If you sent it via email, that would be the number of times someone opened your email. But if you shared the newsletter via the share link, so when people click on the share link, it opens a web page in their browser and they can see the newsletter, that would also count as an open. Then you've got the clicks, so the number of times the publication was clicked overall. Then you've got clicks per open, that's the number of times people clicked on it per open. And then you've got publication and content shares. So if you allowed your newsletter to be shared, for example, on social media, say Twitter or LinkedIn, or if you allowed certain pieces of the newsletter, so certain pieces of content to be shared, then you might get some data in here. In my case, I didn't do it. That's why I've got nothing. Underneath, you can see over time when the publication was viewed and clicked with, again, all the different metrics, so opens, clicks, shares, etc. After this, you can also see where your readers clicked and how many times they clicked something. So for example, in this section, I've got 3 different clicks. And if you are on a team or business plan, you can also see the click location and the heat map. So these are really useful to have a look visually on the newsletter and see, for example, here people clicked 3 times on each of these links. And the heat map also is a really good one because you can see straight away what your audience prefer on the newsletter. So they really liked this part, for example. And then if you scroll down, they didn't like the rest so much. They didn't click on it so much. After, you can also see again where the publication was shared and how many times. So these are just examples, since in my case I don't have much data here, but they could have shared on different social network for the whole publication, or they could have shared certain parts of the newsletter. And again, you can see exactly how many times and where. And then again, if you are on a team or a business plan, you can also see where your readers are based in the world and what kind of device they use, if they use more mobile devices or desktop. So I hope that was clear. If you have any questions, just open the chat here in the bottom right corner. And just to be very clear, I will show you also another way to access your single newsletter analytics. So if you open the newsletter, you also see again this graph icon at the top. From there, you can also access your newsletter analytics. And as well, if you go to the analytic dashboard, where you get an overall performance of all your newsletters, if you scroll down, you can see the most popular publications. And if you click on one of them, you can also see this single newsletter's analytics.